Welcome everyone to this celebration of God's love, shown in the love between a man and a woman. Of course, you all know we celebrated earlier last year the actual wedding ceremony, and today they're going to renew their consecration, their love, their covenant to be faithful to one another for the rest of their lives. And we are here to witness that covenant of love. But this celebration of their renewal of their marriage covenant is very special for them because they weren't able to have all of you present. And it's so important to have, I mentioned last night when they were all standing up here, I said, do you guys all know one another? Are you all friends? And I said, all right, you're so lucky to have so many good friends in your lives. Friends are really important. In a marriage relationship, it's very important. We need to have friends outside of our marriage, people who we can turn to and talk about things with, you know. I think that's really important.
First of all, I think it's interesting. Sam, he came to me to ask for Angela's hand in marriage. Sam came and asked, and it was the easiest decision I'll ever make. But then he comes back and says, well, it's going to be a year or so before I actually ask her. It struck me as odd, you know. I'm like, what really came down is he wanted to do it right. He said, I need to save for the ring, and I want to get the ring that I want. And so he was caught between wanting to get engaged to Angela, not wanting to wait, but still wanting to do it right. And it was a touching moment. So then the next step is, at some point in time, you got to actually ask Angela to marry you. So I remember it quite well because it was a rather snowy day, and Sam's venue he picked was the top of Rib Mountain.
He proposed to Angela on top of a mountain overlooking the quarry. And for those of you who know, it's a hike to get there. His lack of timing skills had me there an hour before they got there, in the biggest snowstorm of my life. I was hiding behind a rock with a camera in one hand and a ring in another. And I was like, I cannot lose this ring in the snow.
So we get up there. It was a very private moment. It was just gorgeous. The snow on the trees was just a gorgeous event. And Angela and Sam were so happy. And, you know, he kind of sealed the deal. I remember coming back down the mountain, talking to Sharon and thinking, we did good, real good. So anyway, that led us to the big day. And it was a grand event in simple fashion, COVID style, immediate family. When we were waiting for Angela to come out during the ceremony, she shows up, comes out of the back room, she's dressed in her dress, and she sees me, she comes over, hugs me, and quite sensitively says, oh my gosh, Dad, are you crying? That's where the vulnerability comes. At that point in time, you're really regretting having paid people to film this and take pictures of but it was the grandness of the moment. It was the fact that Sam and Angela were tying the knot. Everyone was on board. You had Sam waiting. You knew that. You knowing that. Angela had just stepped out. She looked so beautiful. Sam looked so dapper. Angela, it's the first time I got to see Angela's dress. I was wondering what that dress cost. It all started to come, and it was very hard to fight back tears.
We are lucky to have Angela join our family. Samuel he's a little bit of everything, but Angela is at center, if you will. She's passionate, understanding, organized, timely. She answers her phone. So anyways, we are so excited to have Angela join our families. Congratulations.
Staring down a dark road, too late to be turning back around. You know where you gotta go. Don't listen to the voices in the crowd. Oh, keep going. Oh, going. You're stronger than you think you are. You can make it, don't lose heart. Keep going. Keep going.
Blessed are you, Lord,
For in the good times
For in the good times
and the bad times of our life,
and the bad times of our life,
you have stood lovingly by our side.
you have stood lovingly by our side.
Help us, we pray,
Help us, we pray,
to remain faithful
to remain faithful
in our love for one another,
in our love for one another,
so that we may be true witnesses
so that we may be true witnesses
to the covenant you have made
to the covenant you have made
with humankind.
with humankind.
And my brothers and sisters, I introduce to you once more Mr. and Mrs. Sam Paoli.
You're stronger than you think you are. You can make it, don't lose heart. Keep going. Keep going.
Growing up, you were always my best friend, but there's no one more fitting to fill that role of your best friend than Angela. You two were meant to be together. I saw it from the first day. We're very lucky to have you join our family, so their marriage brings me joy because it's two people who are meant to be together. I just wish you both the best going forward, so.
And once again, give it up for Mr. and Mrs.